Is Hayden Hackney the best at what he does in this division? Hands down. Welcome back to our Boro Walk. We've got Craig with us on a solo effort this week. Of course, we're reviewing QPR nil, Boro 4. What a performance in London. If you're wondering where Sarah, Jonathan and Sean are, they are currently on a train on their way back up from Loftus Road. So Craig, great to have you on a solo effort this week, mate. What did you make of that?
Do you know what? It was a bit different. The first half, we kind of slowed it right down. We kept the ball. They made a lot of like unforced errors. They passed the ball out so many times, but they played like a front four, and they kind of let us have the ball in our third, but we could get through them quite easily. You could see it was that kind of like, although there's still 10, 11 games for them left, they kind of had the end of season feel about them. And the crowd got on the backs quite quickly. So that obviously helped us. But yeah, I mean, we just kind of played through them quite easily. Morris and Hackney were unreal, pulling strings everywhere.
Outstanding. Let's talk about Hackney then, for a second. Obviously, do you want to talk about his goal first?
Yeah, I mean, geez, I mean, he had a shot very similar in the first half, and the keeper was scrambling. It literally went like centimetres wide. And obviously he got his eye in because he'd done exactly the same thing. He was, just on the edge of the box, just opened his body up and just like how they do when they use the defender in front of him and just set it just like a yard outside the post, and it just kissed the post on the way in. And the goal was like, it was unreal. But his performance all game he's just on a different level. Like we've said on this pod, like for weeks and weeks and weeks, he can just drive past players and dribble. His dribbling's come on so much, but he doesn't like do any tricks. It's not like he does step overs and drag backs and goes. He just kind of like his body shape and he's in a low center of gravity. He does a shimmy and then he kind of like uses just a yard or two of pace and breaks through, and they can't stop him really unless they foul him. And it just works every time.
Yeah. Every time we post this question, I always get Sheffield United fans coming in saying, do you forget that Gus Haber exists? I'm like, well, actually, Hackney's more consistent, isn't he, than Haber? I mean, obviously, played slightly different roles and so on, but is he for you the best at what he does in that position in this division?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the last couple of years, I mean, Hamer at Coventry, when he was at Coventry, was unreal. And then O'Hare as well, when O'Hare was there, and I thought, gee, their players them. And it was the lad at Blackburn, Sammy Schmoddix.
Yeah.
But they played slightly further forward, but he just does play midfield and he just runs it. But yeah, he is slightly different to them, but he performs week in, week out. And even when he has a bad game, he still wants the ball. He doesn't shy away. Like, I don't want to kind of slag all the players off, but when I've seen, for example, like Hamer, if Sheffield United aren't at it, he disappears. He doesn't drag the team along. He kind of doesn't go screaming for the ball. Quite often, Wilder will take him off. I mean, he's a hell of a player. I still really rate him. And the last couple of years, I thought I would love him, or like I said, Schmoddix or Hare, like one of them three. But I wouldn't swap Hackney for any of them, even in their prime.
Yeah, and all these Premier League fans saying, "Oh, if Boro come up, they're going to straight back down." Well, I haven't quite seen, Hackney, have they? I do think he's Premier League class. Ian's been in touch. Yeah, we are going up. We are going up. Yeah, Mighty Boro are going up. Brilliant. Yeah, Boro fans says, get in. Up the you know what. Right, if you're just joining us, we've got Craig on a solo this week. Sarah, Jonathan, Sean are on the way back up from QPR as we record this. What's impressed me, Craig, is the fact that Boro always seem to play after everybody else. More recently in games, you played on so many Monday nights, you played on Sunday now, and Ipswich and Millwall and all the chasing pack have had a chance to, put their results on the board, and that can add pressure to a team, can't it? Watching Millwall win comfortably at Hull yesterday, seeing that gap close, but watching Boro play, it doesn't seem like these players are feeling that pressure at all. They seem relaxed. They seem to be enjoying the football. that's down to good coaching, isn't it? And certainly good
Yeah, you'd
management
think
from Hellberg.
so.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely. I think so. I mean, and I think we've got a few kind of like more experienced players around, like a few more leaders, which helps. And obviously, like players of like Sarmiento who's come in, he's had 2 promotions on the trot. Aylins went through it all. I don't know how many times. Um, Brown last season went up with Sunderland. A Target as a Premier League player. So these players have like known pressure and promotion chasers and stuff. But I think Hellberg, like he says it is pressure, like it is high pressure, but so's being a dad, so's being a teacher, so's being a bus driver. Do you know what I mean? Like everything's pressure. You just get on with it, just deal with it, and just be better.
yeah,
And it's like, oh, yeah, I love that because so many people, you get a bad result, and it's like, oh, the pressure this and the pressure's on. Well, yeah, it should be because like not only like promotion is on it, but the tens of thousands of Boro fans obviously like screaming at them and the feedback that they get online and on social media and everything, and then the financial element. If you put all that in, the pressure's crazy. But
yeah,
they just focus on your job. Do what there's that theory, isn't there? It's that circle control where you draw your circle, right in your circle what you can control. Everything outside the circle, what you can't control, that's negative. You can't deal with that. Ignore that. Focus on your circle, and that's exactly what he does.
brilliant. Paul's been in touch. Cheers, Paul. He says good win, bit nervy though until that second goal went in. The game changed the moment Conway and Sarmiento came on. Yeah, up the Boro. Cheers for that, Paul. Totally. Do you agree with? Do you agree with that? First of all, Craig?
Yeah, I mean, we like I said, we played a bit slower in the first half. We weren't our fluent kind of like speedy attacking best. And to be fair, the lineup as well, it was a few shocks, like Melanda was on the bench, Conway on the bench, Whitaker came back in. So there was a few before the match. You thought, oh, hey, well, like what's he thinking here? What's he doing? But it's that thing of like whatever he does, he's earned the right for you to trust him. Do you know what I mean? You can't have a go at him about the team he's picking because it's working and he's doing a brilliant job. But again, it's worked out well, and like obviously Conway came off the bench and scored, and he's to be fair, he kind of set up Hackney's goal as well. Melanda came off the bench because of an injury, so yeah, we didn't start great. First half wasn't as fast, but we controlled it. To be fair, again.
Yeah. Who else impressed for you?
I thought Aylin again was brilliant.
Yeah.
He had that little blip with the Coventry game and Leicester, it might have been. Last week he was against Birmingham. He was brilliant. Again today, he just brings the ball out quite confident. I think he's the one who brings the ball out from the back, and he's got that pass that he can play. We've talked about this before, where he kind of like hits the ball with like his instep, like a Beckham-esque cross, if that makes sense, where he kind of doesn't strike through the ball, he strikes around the ball, and he can kind of like whip it. And the Brown goal today as well was from Aylin's kind. You wouldn't think he was like playing centre back. He kind of like the ball came in. He kind of left foot touched it over his own head and then volleyed it to the far post, hit the bar, and then Brown put it in. But you think that's a centre back. You should be skying that into Rose Ed. Do you know what I mean? But I mean, Bryn again commanded his box, done really well. Melanda when he came on, brilliant. Morris, absolutely ran the show. He absolutely ran the show. He just drops back into the back two, in the back three, and he just commands the ball wherever he is. He starts the play up from there.
Yeah, and good for him. Sorry, because he's had a few critics, hasn't he? Some saying he's not been a bit off it. Ernie's been on. That was a worldie from Hackney tonight. Yeah, and wonder of wonders, the ref actually awarded Conway a penalty. Yeah, I mean, where do we stand on Conway? I mean, he's got his game coming up on Saturday, hasn't he, against Bristol City? He'll be up for that one. So good that he's got a bit of confidence before going into that one. But yeah, have you felt a bit sorry for him this season? One, on the sense that perhaps he doesn't get all the decisions which he, should get instead of referees, but also that perhaps we have some fans have been a bit harsh on him and expecting more goals.
Yeah, well, it's that thing, I suppose. Well, the penalty thing first, like he earlier in the season he was throwing himself around, and you thought that is a pen, but the kind of overacting of the dive or the thing where the arch, the back, and the like. Yeah, and you're thinking like it does look as though you've dived. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I know you're trying to kind of exacerbate the contact type of thing, but you don't have to. Like, just take the foul. And then the goal situation that he did go as a striker, he went a long time without scoring. Like, let's make no bones about it. Like, but that started under Rob Edwards, and we weren't really the most attacking team. But I think he's developed into like kind of like under Hellberg, like he's developed into a player who, because he kind of plays like from the front, and the way we play, he's pivotal. The way he draws players out of position, the way he starts presses, the way he communicates to everybody else from his position, and if somebody's not in their position, he tells them. Do you know what I mean? Like he'll do his job, and if someone doesn't do theirs, he's the first to say. So I think, yeah, I think the criticism of his lack of goals, it kind of is just, but since Hellberg's come in and kind of changed the way we play a little bit, I think fans have obviously kind of eased off him. He has scored a few goals recently. I think he scored like 4. I think he scored 4 in about the last month, something like that, including today. So, but yeah, I think when we had the fan on, didn't we? From sorry. And when he was on, the fan from the other team was on, he was saying that Hellberg doesn't like to play with the number 9. He scores a lot of goals. You don't want to be reliant on a play, do you? When if they get injured, that takes half your team goals out or something. And you can see exactly that system, and Conway fits into that perfect.
Boom. First time in Boro's history they won 3 away games in London as well, which is amazing. Which is some stat, isn't it? Millwall, Charlton, and now of course QPR, which is great. Kappa Vlogs, cheers for this. It said, "Seeing us lose possession every so often, and the first player to the ball being Aidan Morris fills me with so much joy. He does the dirty work we pined for to get the back onto the ball under Hellberg." Yeah, it's a great point. Well made. However, Craig, on previous episodes of this podcast, we have been talking about Hellberg can't beat a low block. We saw that against Oxford only a couple of weeks ago, and the master of the low block is coming on, I think, Wednesday night to the Riverside, bringing Charlton with him. So, has Hellberg, do you think, in that time since Oxford, figured out how to beat a low block? What does he need to do and change for this game coming up midweek?
Oh, well, you'd think that he would have figured a way out or added a different dimension to the player type of thing to do it. But obviously, the proof will be on Wednesday. But I mean, he has this system where everything is so central, where he overruns the central of the area of the pitch so much, and players are cramped in there, but they find these pockets of space. They play 1-2s, they drag the opposition out, the space wide, and from that, like when we played Oxford, the ball went out to Britton, who did have a lot of space, and he was putting balls into the box. He must have had, I think he had about 9 or 10 crosses, if I think right. But we just couldn't finish them chances that he made from the right. But then I thought we weren't using the left. So obviously, like if you're all central and you're dragging their players out, and then you're putting the ball out wide to the right, if we can use the left as well, and kind of switch the play, use the width, but then overload the middle, because the fullbacks get forward more as wingers anyway. Like Target's delivery is brilliant, and Britton gets forward. His energy levels are crazy. Then if they can push forward, act as like your wing backs, and then you've got that middle overload with McGree, Whittaker, Conway, Hackney, all in them small tight spaces, then surely, for God's sake, like something will happen, something will fall, a chance will be taken. But yeah, who knows? I mean, I'm not in his level of coaching and all that type of stuff. So like, that's just a football fan down the pub chatting, isn't it? Like, so we don't know.
Those Charlton players aren't going to be crossing that halfway line much come Wednesday. You can guarantee that. Bristol City also, of course, coming up as well. 2 home games. Great opportunity to cement that place in second, maybe even catching Coventry a little bit. But yeah, they are out of sorts as well, Bristol City. Some of their fans aren't happy. So yeah, should be. We can beat this low block. Should be a 6-point week for the Boro. Join us, of course, back in next week when hopefully we'll be able to assemble the Avengers again and have the full team back because of the fixtures. And it's been difficult to do. But thank you for all your support and all your comments. We really much enjoy making this 20-minute show every single week for us. Craig, we're up to letter S in our A to Z coming up shortly. So get thinking on that. Who's the best Boro player, surname begin with the letter S, to ever play in the famous red and white shirt? And because we're on S, we're also talking about shirts as well. And in particular, what the most synonymous sponsors are when you think of Boro. I mean, for me, it would always be BT Cellnet. That's, I think, was the biggest ones in Boro's Premier League time. But what's the most iconic shirt sponsors for you, Craig? What are some of your favourites?
Yeah, well, I've took the old ones out. So these are this is 87. So this is Dickens. Like, it shows how sponsors have changed, because that was like just a local family-run company around Middlesbrough. But I mean,
you realise you've had the word ENS covered the whole time while you've been talking as well, don't you?
As long as it wasn't head. Was there an arrow? Yeah, so but I mean, some players who, I mean, that was like the like the talk about the Mowbray, Pallister, Ripley, again, like there's like early 90s Evening Gazette, again, like a local kind of like paper thing, but like some of the players and that. This was one of my favourites. So I don't know whether like people would remember this, but like I said, that like that's horrible. It's like a proper big thick spell. So I can't imagine playing in that. But that's like a local chemical works up here that sponsored for a couple of years. But yeah, and then you've got like your Cellnet.
Oh, it's a classic, Cellnet.
Yeah, and there's the home one, the little fella.
Hey.
But you know what? Like we stuck with Cellnet for a while, but I thought like the Dialophone was the sponsor when we had when we won the Carling Cup.
Oh, of course, all right, yeah.
And like, so I mean, I know there was a lot of BT Cellnet, but then there was the Triple Eight when we got into the.
You shouldn't have a white band, should we? That's I'm not sure. That's a
it's
too big down there.
Yeah, but I mean that was the UEFA Cup runs, wasn't it? And that and. I mean, there was a few when we got into the Rams and the Adidas made horrible shirts. They were all the same, or Ramsden's.
Boro fans saying Hansa, Gazette, Cameron's.
Oh, Cameron's.
Bill, what's your favourite one?
Do you know what? I really like this one. So it's quite new. Like, this is only a couple of years old. But talk about sponsors. Then they started sponsoring the sleeves, and then they started sponsoring the backs and stuff. But this has got like, I don't know whether you'll be able to pick it up on camera, but it's got
the Riverside. Yeah.
No, it's the Transporter Bridge.
Okay.
Kind of in the embroidery of it, but So that was.
How many have you got there? I mean, how many do you actually own? Just.
Is the wife watching?
In this house.
I've got about 100.
Okay, right.
Yeah, so
right. If you have a bigger shirt collection than Craig, let us know in the comments, please. We'd love to see whether we've got with us the biggest collection of Boro shirts. Steve's been in touch as well. He's been a stronger squad, but they haven't got Hayden Hackney. Yes, of course. Cheers, Steve, for that one. Right then, S then, Craig. Favourite Boro song we want off you as well. Yeah. Jonathan sent a few of these suggestions. A few suggestions in. Have you got a good one?
He's got a potty mouth, that man. You know, they were all bad. Do you know what I loved? Janino's Magic Hat, like, because that was like obviously like the mid-90s, and Janino's Magic Hat, and obviously like that took off big. All the Geordies went to Rome. That was all good. I remember, like, yeah, we'd sing that all over. I used to love. We don't really do it anymore now, but the EIO, when we used to score a goal and everyone's EIO, EIO. I don't know what reason, but yeah, people used to do that. But I must say though, like, I loved the Wilder said. We just had to kind of adapt it and change it because he went and then all the players went. So we just can't see anyone because everyone's gone. But just for that season or two, and then Carrick came, so we changed it a bit for him. But when the place was rocking, and the football we played and stuff, and yeah, that properly got everybody sang it, like the old people, the kids knew it, like everybody was fully in. So I'd probably go either Wilder said or Janino's Magic Hat for me, I think.
Okay. I can't read any of Jonathan's suggestions out on here because YouTube will shut us down, but cheers, Jonathan. Right then, now finally, A to Z time. A player beginning with S, or a semi-final, or a stadium, anything you can think of.
Do you know what? Yeah, I was thinking about players, and I couldn't, like, I was struggling a little bit, like I couldn't really think of any like big ones that kind of stayed out.
Yeah.
Like legendary ones is like Souness, like Graham Souness. Like he played like 70s and stuff before he went to Liverpool, and like he obviously unreal. Sporrer and Anders Sporrer, he was only on loan for a season, and to be fair, when you look at it now, he was crap. But it was one of them. Do you know one of them like? Kind of like a cult hero type of thing. Like he came, no one knew who he was.
Yeah.
He had a little dance. It was like, yeah, mad. But I think I'd love to go semi-final. Like we've had a few big semi-finals, but that Bucharest, the semi-final, the UEFA Cup, like it's goosebumps. 3-0 down. Come back in a semi-final as well, and the commentary on the night as well, like Ali Brownlee, who's no longer with us, but his commentary is like iconic. It's still up. They've painted it on a wall on a subway near the Riverside as well, so when you walk up to the ground, that's painted on one of the walls. Right. But that night, to get to a UEFA Cup, a European Cup final that night, and we're not mentioning the final. Oh, they begin with S, don't they? But we're not talking about final.
Brill Boro fan has said sprang on. Yeah, we got Neil. Neil's put in. Slaven. Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
The Wolfman.
Yeah. All right. Semi-final going in then, do we think? Yeah, or what do you want?
To be fair, I've totally forgot about Slave. He scored 147 goals, hasn't he? So that's big.
Right.
But yeah, go on then. We'll put. He's still Boro, isn't he? And he's local, so we'll put Slave in.
Right. Thanks, Neil, for saving us there in the last minute.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Sorry, everyone.
Scored a last-minute equaliser there. Brilliant. All right. Thanks so much, Craig, for doing this solo. Next week, the full team will be back after that Bristol City game. Join us for that. Thank you so much for all your commentary. We love making this content for you. It's a nice, easy 20-minute listen every single week. Reviewing it. Boro are going up. I was saying it here now. 9-10 games. Well, we got 9 games left now.
10. Yeah. 10 games now.
10 games left. Right. 8 when we see you next time. Good luck against Charlton. Got to beat that low block on Wednesday, and then good luck against Bristol City as well. Tommy Conway hat-trick. See you next week. Thanks for watching. And thanks for Neil for saving us from a lot of bad comments.